Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Welcome to the second episode of the Singapore Special Operations Task Force Selection. Uncommon grit, what does it take to break? As always, you can check out the original video in the description. If you could, please go and give them a like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you could do the same to Combat Ready HQ, I would hugely appreciate it. You can go and check out as well our coffee and some of our merch over on our website at www.combatreadyhq.co.uk and check out the best supplements on the market, 100% military safe, over at Combat Fuel. But let's get into the video. Please comment below with what your thoughts are and what you want to see next.
For 2 weeks, these men are putting themselves through one of the toughest selections in the Singapore Armed Forces, the Joint Special Forces Selection. It gives them a small foot in the door to continue their journey in the Special Forces Qualification Course before they become a Special Operations Task Force or SOTF trooper.
To be part of this unit, it means that you are part of something bigger than yourself and you are protecting Singaporeans in many aspects of their lives, and it's something that everyone in the unit holds dearly and trains very hard for.
But not everyone will survive this regime that will push their physical and mental endurance to the limit. Only a handful will make it at the end of the 14 days. Before the next evolution or test, the instructors give these soldiers a taste of what it's like to be part of the special unit.
The intensity hit us a lot harder. The evolutions are much more back-to-back. We're being faced with a lot more physical challenge before and after each evolution. It really pushes us much further.
I've definitely been woken up a few times like that in the military, out of the nowhere, pitch black. I've had like a prat grenade thrown in the room to get you up, and obviously they want to put them under physical and mental pressure at all times, so you never know what's coming. So they wake you up when you're sleeping, when it's unexpected, and then straight into some physical activity, so you're already tired, and then you're going to go out and you're going to have to carry out some tests, some march or something. So they always pre-work you, pre-fatigue you before you go and do something. They don't really want you doing anything too fresh because they want to see how you react when you're tired and fatigued.
We don't know what time it is throughout the day, but we just have to rely on being adaptable, being able to react quickly to new challenges.
Exactly, they need someone that's adaptable.
Boots, your LBV, 12W magazine. Any questions? 3 minutes starts now, move. You have 1 minute, you have 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute! If I were you, I will come out right now. If I were you, I will come out right now. I will drop everything and I will come out right now. And go out of your mouth. You want to cheat? It's okay. We have the whole day. You can cheat the whole day.
During the turnout, when the instructors are hammering you, you just think of, why am I doing this? I want to give up all this. So I think it's not just good enough to be fit, but you need to be good enough in your mindset as well.
Too right.
Take your temperature. Take your temperature. Once you're done, stand up.
I wonder why they're taking their temperature.
Back hammering, as the candidates call it, are punctuated with safety measures to ensure no one falls behind.
That's pretty good, because what we normally get is someone just passes out and then they give them first aid. So they're obviously pushing them to a point and then they're testing them so they don't get to that.
Safety is a priority. We have more than enough instructors to actually look after the trainees. At any point of time, we just filter out those that might get injured.
You have 3 minutes, long 4, boots, your LBV, 12W magazine, your number tag, 2 filled water bottle. 2 minutes starts now, move. Get out! Get out!
So what they've got here, they've got a lot of sound going on in the background, okay, to obviously distract you, put you under pressure, and it's sort of a bit of a hindrance, isn't it? You're like, it makes you react a little bit more because you're trying to do something, but the sound makes you feel like the situation's a lot more serious than what it is.
Put on all your equipment. Get to your push-up. Get to your push-up. Hurry up. The rest
Like as if you was in a battlefield.
With all the physical exhaustion, the candidates now have to put mind over body to get through the next stage, one of the key tests in the selection. This is the load-bearing vest or LBV run, but with a twist.
In your current attire, with 12 dummy magazine and 2 full water bottle, you are to do your best for this evolution, understand?
The objective is to complete the run within a short stipulated time. It mimics combat conditions an SOTF trooper has to go through, including equipment and load they have to carry over long distances. There is no time to stop or slow down.
1, go.
I wonder what's the distance of this
1 and go.
and the time.
This particular evolution was quite heavy on all of us after a long day. It's very tempting to stop, take a break, but it's very important to maintain the timing that you have.
The attribute and fitness, they can always take time to train. You are actually looking for resilience and the positive attitude in them so that they can actually move on further. This is just the door they are walking through.
Whenever I have this kind of thoughts of giving up, I'll think of my family and my friends, their encouragement and their expectation of me. I'm sure they wouldn't want me to give up and they want me to see this through. With that, I feel I can carry on.
Is that like a little number they're giving them at the end so they know where they've come?
For all its intent and purpose, the rigorous tests are not distracting the men from their resolve or reasons to be here.
I want to be here. I feel it's very privileged to be here, to learn all the stuff that not ordinary people can do.
I know that each day will come to an end at some point. Each of the evolutions will eventually come to an end. We formed a strong brotherhood already within a week's time, and I can only foresee that we'll get closer this week.
But for a few, the tough first week of selection has already taken a toll on them. They don't make the cut.
No messing around. They get rid of you, aren't good enough.
Has a passion, has a desire to prove themselves their worth. Here, you get to do something different, get to do something cooler. So I think everyone wants to do that.
But for these men, failure has only made them stronger to try out the selection again, and another chance to prove themselves.
I was pulled out for the cause because I failed one of the tests. I'll definitely come back. I'll work stronger, adapt to things fast, watch and learn fast.
I gauge where my fitness, where my strength is. Next time, I can train harder and stronger to come back for the next selection.
Always a shame when someone doesn't make it, but in these sorts of scenarios, these units, they don't mess around. There's no you nearly made it, let's see how he does. You make the cut or you don't, otherwise you're gone. Whether that's physical tests, whether that's just your mental attitude, how you handle a weapon system, how you conduct yourself personally, your discipline, your integrity, a whole host of it. It's not just like attending a regular course in the army where it's pretty much a pass. You get the odd person that fails, or they give you another chance if you fail a test. You fail, you're gone. And that's what these guys are like. And they're trying to put them under constant pressure, okay? As the guy says, you need to be adaptable. You need to be able to adapt to any situation, because the operations you're going on, anything could happen at any time, and you don't really have the same support as sort of a regular army. There's no sort of backup just behind you. You're in somewhere, in a country somewhere, doing an op completely on your own in a small team. So support is very limited. So whatever the situation is, whatever kit you have, you need to be adaptable to that, and you need to be the thinking soldiers. You hear people like Ant Middleton say a lot, the thinking soldier. the guy who can do the whole job up and down the ranks on his own or in a small team. They aren't relying on that sergeant all the time. When these guys plan an op, they plan an op together, and every idea from every person is taken and thought of. And that's what they want. And then they put them under constant stress and pressure to see if they have that ability. So these guys don't know what the time of day it is. They just get woken up whenever. They get woken up sort of in stressful ways. It's not just a knock on the door, hi, time to get up. It's in loud noises, bangs going off, giving them minimal time that they know they can't achieve. Right, you've got 1 minute to get ready. You know you can't get ready in 1 minute, but they still give you that just to see how you react. So I like this episode. I love how the Singapore Armed Forces are conducting this. And these guys, what I really like is, because these are the best of the best, you get the best people trying out for them, and they all want to be the best. They want to be cool. We know that SF is cool. It's Ali, and these guys want to be that. And they have that mental attitude. Like they said, they want to be there. When they're doing something really tough and it gets hard, they don't just drop out. They remind themselves of why they're there. And that's what you should do when you're doing everything. But hopefully you're enjoying this series. I really am. Moving on to episode 3 next. Thanks for watching.